organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Here's what's just ahead tonight on Daily Iowan TV. The University of Iowa was recently left off of a top 50 colleges list. Find out which one and why next.
And you may have thought Thanksgiving was just an American holiday, but find out how another country is celebrating this week.
And in sports, our Monday Whip Around crew is back in action.
All that coming up and more.
This is Daily Iowan TV.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Tanner Sigworth.
And I'm Austin Love.
Although the university was named one of the top party colleges in the U.S., the university was not named as one of the most LGBT-friendly campuses. Our own Kimmy Chex joins us with the story.
In mid-August, Campus Pride released the 2014 list of the top 50 LGBT-friendly college campuses. Unfortunately, the University of Iowa was not among the 50 ranked. Universities that made the top 5 were Amherst College, Augsburg College, Brown University, Central Washington University, Connecticut College. Aaron Hausman, a sophomore here at the university, talked about his experience as a member of the gay community on campus.
I knew when I came to college I wanted to be myself, and I was never myself in high school, so I wanted to come to college. And Iowa City is a great community for LGBT life that I did some research and I found that out, so I thought Iowa was a good community.
With such a positive experience in Iowa City, Hausman was surprised that the university did not rank among the top 50.
Really surprised that Iowa's not on that top 50 list for LGBT communities. I think the university does a great job of kind of making diversity a priority here on campus. There's not a ton of diversity, but what we do have, they really do well.
The University of Iowa has 4 different cultural centers on campus, one of which is the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Resource Center, which is located on the west side of campus. The center acts as a resource center and place of comfort for any student on campus, not just those in the LGBT community. With over 30,000 students on the University of Iowa's campus, educating our peers about the LGBT community is very important. We hope that students continue to feel safe on campus and that next year the university can make that list.
For that full list of the top 50 LGBT-friendly campuses, go to campuspride.com.
The University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics Emergency Medical Residency Program has now been in place for 10 years. Some of the skills residents learn in the program are stabilization, diagnosis, and management. Officials from the program have hoped to continue serving rural Iowa through the emergency medical training.
An Iowa man is dead after he was hit by a train. 33-year-old Jesse Froelich was killed Sunday near Eagle Grove, Iowa. According to Iowa State Patrol, he was trying to drive around the railroad crossing. He was pronounced dead at the scene, and the Iowa State Patrol is still investigating this incident.
A Cedar Rapids man was accused of stealing a vehicle. 20-year-old Mike Spicer is facing first-degree theft after police found him as a passenger in a missing vehicle. After questioning Spicer, allegedly admit he received the car from another party between $75 and $100. The vehicle is worth around $19,000.
The UI is getting a special visit from the C-SPAN bus this week. The red vehicle is a multimedia presentation center that travels the country. Students who visit the bus will learn about their own knowledge of public affairs and C-SPAN's internship opportunities. UI President Sally Mason will make a stop at the bus on Friday morning for a live interview on higher education issues. Still to come on Daily Iowan TV, a Chinese Thanksgiving. We'll tell you just what that celebration is all about.
And an update on Iowa City's 1105 project.
But first, although we've had some nice weather these past few days, you may be noticing a lack of monarch butterflies in the air.
Yeah, Tanner, the state of Iowa is seeing a sharp decline in butterfly numbers. Over the last decade, the state has lost more than 90% of its monarch butterflies. Experts say this is due to deforestation, pesticide use, and a variety of other causes. Monarch protection agencies are hoping to track the migration routes and eventually solve the problem.
Well, hopefully we'll see that happen, but for now, let's toss it over to Katie Sextro in the weather studio. Katie?
Well, guys, as Beat State Week arrives, get ready for some cloudy skies and some rain. Tomorrow morning, as you're walking to class, we'll see a chance of showers and thunderstorms and a temperature of 65 degrees. It'll be a pretty warm day, and midday should bring temps around 76. As the day goes on, we can expect more rain and temps staying in the mid-70s. As we look at the rest of the week, Wednesday appears to bring more rain and clouds with temps in the low 70s. Towards evening, it will start to feel like typical fall weather with a low in the upper 40s. Thursday and Friday should bring sun and slightly cooler temps of about 60 degrees. If you're planning to go out Friday night, be ready for temps that could drop to about 40. When game day arrives, we'll be greeted with sun, temps in the mid-60s, and lots of red and yellow around Kinnick Stadium. It should be a perfect day for another Hawkeye win. Sunday will also be a beautiful day with sunny skies and a high in the upper 60s. That's all I've got for you today. Tanner and Austin, back to you at the desk.
Thanks for that, Katie, and a happy Mid-Autumn Festival to all Chinese students. With fall season right around the corner, University of Iowa Chinese students are trading their spiced lattes for mooncakes to celebrate their Thanksgiving holiday today. Daily Iowan TV's Abby Meyer has the story.
Even though Thanksgiving may be a few most of us, Chinese international students are celebrating their national holiday today. On Saturday, University of Iowa students gathered to celebrate their Mid-Autumn Festival.
It's one of the most important traditional holidays for Chinese people. It means a lot that Chinese students can gather together and celebrate the festival.
The festival is held to celebrate China's harvest as well as worship the moon. The UI's Chinese Student and Scholar Association hosted the event and created a night full of dancing, singing, and entertainment to help Chinese students feel a little bit more at home.
This celebration has been on for many years, so I think the student organization is doing a great job at making a Chinese student feel like at home.
The students also got a little taste of home with the holiday's traditional mooncakes.
I mean, it's kind of like a symbol for our Mid-Autumn Festival, so that's why everyone will eat it during the day.
The organization invited all Chinese students, but also hopes their events will educate the Iowa City community of their culture.
I will also invite the foreign students coming because we want to share our culture and performances with them.
Reporting from the IMU, this is Abby Meyer with Daily Iowan.
The holiday does not have a set date each year, but designates a full week to celebrate the tradition.
The 1105 project is open and ready for clients. After 2 years of construction, the building for 4 Iowa City nonprofit groups had its grand opening yesterday. This project started after the first facility to house these groups had a lack of parking but growing clientele. They raised over $1.2 million to put on this project. Well, Austin, tons of Hawkeye sports action over the weekend, including a close win over Ball State.
Zach Mackey is standing by in the Daily Iowan TV sports studio with the latest. Zach?
Thanks, guys. Hello and welcome to the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio. I'm Zach Mackey. On this Monday edition of the program, our very own Whip Around crew is standing by with an update on all the action you missed this weekend. Wrapping up weekend football coverage, we start the program discussing the kicking crew of the Hawkeyes against Ball State. Unfortunately, the Hawkeyes missed 3 of the 4 field goal attempts and lifted the red shirt off freshman Mitchell Ellis. Throughout the game, they also struggled to put points on the board. Our very own football reporter Taylor Bartz looked into this story more. Taylor?
As the Hawkeyes entered their second home game of the season against the Ball State Cardinals on Saturday, there was no doubt that they would pull out a W, given the history of their last 2 meetings. However, the game wasn't as pretty as they had hoped. One area definitely not at its best, the kicking game.
Obviously, it wasn't a good day for either place kicker. Marshall's doing a great job on kickoffs. I was more despondent back in April because, we 15 days of practice and there wasn't much to be encouraged about. I thought in August we practiced well at that position, and it hasn't showed up yet. But there's nothing we can do other than just keep working at it. But I think my point there is that, I've seen those guys do good things in practice, and I think they're quality guys.
Wins and win. We're 2-0, so we're happy about that. But there's a lot of things we know we're going to learn from this. Just watching the tapes, we already know that there's a lot of things we could have done. We let a lot of things slip. So just knowing that we can, instead of losing, learn from a loss, so we're just learning from a win. It's a real positive thing.
If it wasn't for the success of this key play at the end of the fourth quarter on 3rd and 10, Coach Ferentz wasn't 100% sure about sending in the field goal unit.
I'm not sure confidence is a word I'd choose right now, based on today, just today, this last 3 hours. But had we had to send somebody out there, and I'm not sure who it would have been, we would have been confident they'd make it and support them all the way, obviously. So, it's just one of those situations we were hoping it didn't come down to, but I'm an optimist, so I'd like to think it would have worked out.
It's never going to be easy, and that's why we play. We're competitive guys, want to compete, and Ball State did a great job of making it tough on us, and we were fortunate enough to come out with it.
Taylor Bartz, Daily Iowan TV, Sports.
Iowa managed to squeak by with the win, but it was the defense earning out honorable mention this weekend. Defensive end Drew Ott was named the Big Ten Conference Defensive Player of the Week. The junior is the first Hawkeye to earn honors this season for his performance during Ball State. Ott recorded a team and career high of 13 tackles, including 6 solo tackles and 7 assists. He also had 2.5 tackles for loss and a quarterback sack. As of 2 games, Ott ranks 3rd in the Big Ten in tackles for loss and 15th in total tackles. More updates to get to that happened over the weekend, and to fill us in on everything black and gold, let's toss it to our Monday evening whip around crew for more. Take it away, ladies.
Hello and welcome to our Monday evening whip around. I'm Taylor Mathis, right outside the doors of Carver Hawkeye Arena to talk about the volleyball team. This past weekend, the girls traveled to Tempe, Arizona for the Arizona State Invitational. During the tournament, the team went 2-1 with a sweep over the University of Alabama Birmingham and a 3-1 win over Idaho State. But yesterday, the team fell to number 17 ranked Arizona State. Although the team suffered a loss, seniors Alex Lavelle and Alessandra Dietz were named to the all-tournament team. The Hawkeyes will be back in action this Saturday at the South Dakota State University Invitational. Now over to Kimmy at Grant Field.
Thanks, Taylor. I'm here at Grant Field, the home of the Lady Field Hockey team. After some big changes regarding their coaching staff, they're not letting that get in the way of their new year. The ladies thus far are 2-1 after a huge victory over number 6 Virginia. We can't wait to see what the Lady Field Hockey team has in store for the rest of the season. I'm Kimmy Chex, now to Taylor at the soccer complex.
I'm here at the University of Iowa's soccer complex, where it's been a quiet weekend as the girls have been on the road. Friday night, Iowa State snapped a 4-game winning streak for the Lady Hawks, putting their record at 4-1. After a tough loss on Friday, yesterday the Hawks redeemed themselves against Colorado State, shutting them out 4-0. Going into the game, the coach wanted the girls to focus and be consistent, and that is exactly what they did. The Hawks travel back home this week against 2 Big Ten teams, Thursday against Illinois and Sunday against Northwestern, 2 huge games. Well, that does it here for our Monday Night Whip Around. Zach, back to you at the sports studio.
Thanks for that, Taylor, and that will do it for me here in the sports studio. Be sure to tune into tomorrow's edition for more coverage of the gridiron and Iowa's football's media availability. We'll hear from head coach Kurt Ferentz and squad as they look ahead at in-state rival Iowa State at Kinnick this Saturday. Tanner, Austin, back to you at the desk.
Thanks for that, Zach. And only with Daily Iowan TV can you get an inside look at what's running in tomorrow's pages of the Daily Iowan. The Iowa City Police Department has launched a new crime mapping technology. Read more about raids online in Alyssa Guzman's story tomorrow.
And the state of Iowa ruled over the weekend to keep the state bar exam in place for those wanting to practice law. Find out what this means for Iowa in Aaron Walker's follow-up story. But before we leave you tonight, a big congratulations to the royal couple. Prince William and Duchess Kate are expecting baby number 2.
That's right. 1-year-old George will soon have a little brother or sister. No word yet on the Duchess's due date, but British news reports say Katie has not passed the 12-week mark in her pregnancy.
That's your latest edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out again tomorrow night.
Or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
I'm Austin Love.
And I'm Tanner Sigworth.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.
Are you worried about how you're going to find out about the latest news in Iowa City and the University of Iowa? You can download the Daily Iowan mobile app on your iPhone for the area's best news coverage. And you can also read and watch us on your iPad. The Daily Iowan is now on TV, online, and in your pocket.